It's Thursday night and you're watching Crypto Trader on CNBC Africa, the world's first televised cryptocurrency investment show. On a week where everyone's talking about forks, what should we talk about? Well, we're going to talk about forks. Hard forks, soft forks, and who gives a fork? Lauren Gamarov, you're back in my studio and we're talking about forks.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the first significant fork that happened, the Bitcoin Cash fork that happened when the chain split and we got this Bitcoin Cash coin, which was bigger block sizes and better transactions. That coin went to $600, $700, $800 and it came back down to like $300. Are you a Bitcoin Cash man?
Yes, I am. Bitcoin Cash was in response to this whole scaling debate. Bitcoin's getting more popular, and what we have now is this problem where we just don't have the transaction volume. Transactions are slow and they're expensive, and so there's been this kind of split in the community on how to scale Bitcoin. Cash was this answer to that problem, where we could now have these bigger blocks and process more transactions at a much lower cost.
So if Cash is the answer to the problem, why is Cash only trading at $300?
Well, because it's not the main kind of chain, people are skeptical about whether or not it will succeed. But I think what you'll see over time is that because it just has better qualities and better traits than the core one, which basically they're trying to use new technology called Lightning Network to scale Bitcoin. That's unproven. I think what will happen over time is that Bitcoin Cash will become the dominant chain.
So they're using off-chain technologies to try and scale Bitcoin, and there's a new fork coming up sometime between the 18th and 25th of November. There's the 2x fork. Do you think that that's going to make Bitcoin competitive to Bitcoin Cash as a peer-to-peer cash transfer system?
Well, that's the idea, that's the hope, that with that small upgrade in block size that we'll be able to have more transactions per second. But as we can see, what's happening now is more people are becoming interested in cryptocurrency, regulators are becoming more friendly towards it, and eventually what's going to happen is people are going to want to be able to buy things at the grocery store and all that with cryptocurrency. But I think that the way that it's developing at this time, with these small upgrades, I don't think Bitcoin is going to succeed in that way. And that's why I'm very optimistic with Bitcoin Cash.
So at $300, are you switching your Bitcoin for Bitcoin Cash?
Yes, I'm not liquidating everything, but I certainly am buying Bitcoin Cash.
That's what I like to hear. One of our common friends, Adam, the Bitcoin Meister, has been telling me that he's about a new fork, a Bitcoin gold fork. Adam, welcome to our show. This Bitcoin gold fork that you've been talking to me about since August, it's finally happening. Is it a real thing?
Well, it's called Bitcoin Gold, and its nickname is B-Gold, and it is a friendly fork of Bitcoin that is happening on October 25th. So if you own Bitcoin before October 25th, then afterwards you're going to be entitled to the same amount of Bitcoin Gold, B-Gold.
Adam, okay, I got it, but how are they doing this? Do they have the support of the miners?
Yes, they have the support of certain miners over there in China, and they will be forking it off on their own, those miners. But this is, they're using GPU mining, so it'll be easier for anyone to mine it. So there'll be other people jumping into mining also.
So if I understand you correctly, what they're doing is they're splitting the Bitcoin chain and they're changing the way that they mine the Bitcoin into GPU mining, which means that effectively they're splitting the chain and making Bitcoin into like an altcoin.
Yes, that is correct. It's called B-Gold, but it is an altcoin. It's a unique way of forming an altcoin, a unique way of distributing the altcoin to people.
I'm starting to feel like this is the beginning of a trend almost, where people count on chains to split so that they can get dividends for holding Bitcoin. Adam, do you think this is the beginning of a trend?
Yes, I predicted this crypto dividend trend. It was successful with Bcash. And if it is even more successful or similarly successful with B-Gold, which is friendly, which isn't trying to pretend to be Bitcoin, there are going to be a lot of other groups trying to do this. There's probably going to be one in Ethereum also. So holding has never been more lucrative in the Bitcoin space.
So the one flaw of crypto is that you can't earn interest on crypto. You can't earn dividend interest or real interest on crypto unless, of course, you stake your coins. But now with this, are you going to be able to earn a return on your crypto?
Yes, Bitcoin is now a productive asset. It is a productive asset. That's what I think people have been looking for. They want Bitcoin to be a productive asset, so they do risky things with their Bitcoin, but you don't have to do anything with your Bitcoin for it to be a productive asset. You get these crypto dividends thanks to these people who want to create their own altcoins by forking the popular Bitcoin.
But what's the use case for Bitcoin Gold? There must be a use case.
Well, I think it's a similar use case for Litecoin. It's just a backup to Bitcoin, a way to peer-to-peer transactions, a store of value, just everything that Bitcoin is, everything that Litecoin is, but just done a different way. There are many altcoins out there that do similar things. These people have their own gimmick. So I think on my end, I'm just happy that I'm getting this for free. And I think a lot of other people will be very excited about that too. The market will decide. The market will decide. For all the traders out there, they'll be able to dump their B gold right away, or they can try to hang on to it. It's up to them. Everyone will have to figure it out for themselves, decide what the market says.
When I look at Litecoin, Litecoin has a different proposition from Bitcoin. And if I look at, for example, Bitcoin Cash has 8 megabyte blocks, which can increase transaction size. What's the proposition of Bitcoin Gold?
Well, it's the GPU mining decentralizes the mining. It's to make sure that no miner or no group of miners can take over or dictate what happens to the coin. I think a lot of people were worried about that with Bitcoin. There's a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt that people spread. That's why they're doing this 2x hard fork, or some call it the Bizcoin hard fork. But this is to decentralize it. So if you want to be involved in a coin that isn't going to be threatened by miners, this is the way to go. This is what their gimmick is.
Adam, when is the Bitcoin Gold fork actually happening?
October the 25th, you have to hold Bitcoin by, and then November 1st is the day it's probably going to be distributed, is the day it's probably going to start. I'm not 100% sure. I'm contacted by people over there all the time. They're at btcgpu.org. You can find out more there.
And do you think that the exchanges are going to be supporting this Bitcoin Gold split?
Yeah, I believe they're going to go through with that. Although it is very similar to Bcash, the people are determined. They're going to do their thing. It's going to be after November 15th, I believe. But the replay protection is really sketchy on that right now. And so basically they have to get their replay protection 100% certain before I would try to get into it. A replay protection just basically protects you from people stealing your Bitcoin by doing a 2x transaction. There's a long shot that something like that could happen, but the B Gold people have replay protection. So one of the things that people are not happy about with 2x is that there is not a good replay protection yet.
Adam, the $1 million question: when the split happens and you get your Bitcoin Gold, are you going to hold your Bitcoin Gold or are you going to sell them?
I'm going to hold it at first, definitely, because I saw with Bcash that the price, it went up at first. And I really think this friendly fork, because they're doing this, they're not trying to pretend to be Bitcoin. It's a new thing. It could go up. So I'm definitely going to hold most of it at first. Perhaps get rid of some of it, of course. I mean, if it's over, you're going to be tempted. If it's over $100, you're going to have to get rid of some of it. But yeah, at first, definitely the bulk of it I will hold on to.